On today's episode of Notable New England, we'll start off with some Wicked Light Bites, inspiring and lighthearted stories from each New England state. Then, to celebrate spring and warmer weather to come, I've got some great ideas for fun things to do in New England this spring that'll get you out of the house and into your community. Stay tuned for some spring inspiration. Hello, lovely listeners. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Notable New England. I'm your host, Gretchen B., and I'm so glad to have you with me. Spring has officially arrived, and I don't know about you, but I am thrilled for those longer days. It's so nice not having it get dark at 5 o'clock in the afternoon anymore. Am I right? With the warmer weather rolling in, it is the perfect time to shake off that winter hibernation and dive into all of the fun things our region has to offer. I've got plenty of ideas for ways to make the most of spring here in New England, and I hope that they spark a little inspiration of your own so that you can create your own adventures. But before we jump into all of that, let's kick things off with Wicked Light Bites, lighthearted and inspiring stories and information from each New England state. The New England Institute of Technology in Rhode Island will become the first college in New England and one of the first in our nation to offer a 2-year bachelor's degree program starting this fall. You can earn a degree in cybersecurity, business administration, graphic design, and criminal justice through the program. The school's senior vice president, Doug Sherman, had this to say, quote, "By reducing the number of credits by 25%, we are also reducing tuition costs by 25%. We think that these programs will be very attractive to veterans, to people who are going to perhaps be career changers. They're looking for a quick option of obtaining a meaningful set of high-demand skills to be able to enter the workforce." Information for this story came from Stephen Matagrano and Leah Crowley at WPRI 12. If you want to be able to see Hans Holbein's portrait of King Henry VIII from 1540, you can do so for free at the Wadsworth Atheneum Museum of Art in Hartford, Connecticut. This portrait is on loan from the Gallery Nazionale di Arte Antica Palazzo Barberini in Rome. The Wadsworth says the portrait, quote, "reveals the grand opulence of the king's reign." Tickets are available for free, but you do have to make a reservation online. I'll supply the link in the show notes if you are interested in reserving a time slot. Information for this story came from Angela Fortuna at NBC Connecticut. Here's a story that many of you literary buffs will be interested in. Finalists for the Vermont Book Awards have been announced. Outstanding local work in fiction, creative nonfiction, poetry, and children's literature are honored. Winners will be announced on May 3rd at the Vermont Book Awards celebration in Montpelier, Vermont at the College Hall Chapel. The nominees this year are as follows. In the creative nonfiction category, William Homestead for Not Till We Are Lost, Thoreau, Education and Climate Crisis. Lucy Ives for An Image of My Name Enters America. Adri Cousireau for The Trauma Mantras, a memoir in prose poems. And Ethan Tapper, How to Love a Forest, the bittersweet work of tending a changing world. In the fiction category, M.T. Anderson is nominated for Nicked, Maria Hummel for Golden Seal, Carolyn Keebler for Liquid, Fragile, Perishable, Jenna Rose Nethercott for 50 Beasts to Break Your Heart. In the poetry category, Julia C. Alter for Some Dark Familiar, Kellum Ayres for The Cathedral of My Undoing, Margaret Draft for Nowhere Was a Lake, and Allison Prine for Loss and Its Antonym. And lastly, in children's literature, Emma Hunsinger for How It All Ends, which is a middle grade graphic novel. Kekla Magoon for The Secret Library, which is a middle grade novel, and Tanya Lee Stone for Remembering Rosalind Franklin, which is a picture book. This information comes from Vermont Public's Jen Jarecki and Kevin Trevelyan. New Hampshire Public Radio and the Mount Washington Observatory are teaming up to deliver state-of-the-art weather forecasts across New Hampshire. Starting March 31st, the Mount Washington Observatory will be reporting daily weather updates every morning and afternoon. The reports are meant to provide a broader look at New Hampshire's weather patterns. Emily Quirk, who is NHPR's program director, said, quote, "We're delighted to team up with Mount Washington Observatory, bringing our listeners the most accurate and up-to-date weather forecasts available. This partnership isn't just about weather updates, it's about giving the communities we serve the science and knowledge needed to thrive in an ever-changing environment. Mount Washington Observatory's expertise will allow us to bring real, cutting-edge meteorological insights to New Hampshire's residents, no matter where they live in the state." Charlie Butterbaugh, Director of External Affairs at the Mount Washington Observatory, had this to say, quote, "We're incredibly excited about working with NHPR to bring our scientific expertise to listeners across New Hampshire. This collaboration with NHPR's newsroom will advance Mount Washington Observatory's priority to deliver essential forecasts and weather science to people where they are. Accurate weather information is critical to safety and preparedness, and we're thrilled to work with NHPR to make our forecasting more accessible than ever." This information comes from the New Hampshire Public Radio staff. This year's Cares for Kids Radiothon in Maine generated $403,000 for the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital. The fundraiser in its 20th year took place on 107.5 Frank FM and 99.9 FM The Wolf. All funds will be used for programs, equipment, and services at the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital and will remain local. Information was provided by WGME 13's staff. Students in Worcester, Massachusetts now have access to a new in-school food pantry at Doherty Memorial High School. The pantry will help students struggling with food insecurity get nutritious food, snacks, clothing, and toiletries. Doherty High School joins 7 other school-based pantries in the Worcester school system. The Juniper Outreach Foundation, a nonprofit that helps fund sustainable meals to students and families in need, helped to bring the food pantry to Doherty High School. The Juniper Outreach Foundation's executive director, Julie McDonald, said, quote, "This pantry is more than just a source of food. It's a lifeline for students who may otherwise struggle to access meals outside of school hours." Worcester Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Rachel H. Monares said, quote, "Every child deserves the opportunity to thrive, and by ensuring access to nutritious food, we are helping pave the way for their academic success and future opportunities." This information comes from Timothy Nazaro at Boston 25 News. Coming up after the break, I've got some super spring activities that'll get you out into your community in New England and having a great time. You are listening to Notable New England. Hey everyone, I'd love your input for upcoming episodes of Notable New England. Are there any fascinating stories, places, or people from around New England that you think deserve a spotlight? Maybe you know someone who would make a great guest, or you've stumbled across a hidden gem that other New England lovers would enjoy. Send your ideas my way. You can reach me at gbossmusicco@gmail.com. I'm going to spell that for you. It's GBOSSMUSICCO sicco@gmail.com. I'm always excited to hear your suggestions and explore what makes New England so special. Thanks so much for your support. I can't wait to hear from you. Springtime in New England is pretty special. Longer days and warmer weather awaken us to come out of our winter hibernation and get outside and explore all of the great activities taking place in our communities. I thought it would be fun to curate a list of some of the things that you can do in New England this spring, and I hope it encourages you to get out and connect with your fellow New Englanders and inspire some ideas of your own to enjoy the beauty of spring in our neck of the woods. I will put links and information for each of these activities in the show notes so you have an easily accessible guide to make plans. I hope that you are going to find that helpful. April in New England means opening day at Fenway Park. That's right. Take yourself to the Ballgame and see the Boston Red Sox in action. The home opening game at Fenway will be Friday, April 4th, when the Sox face off against the St. Louis Cardinals. If you can't make it to opening day, get yourself to a game this season and enjoy America's favorite pastime at this historic ballpark. If the ticket prices are too steep for your wallet, though, you can still enjoy a great game seeing the Woo Sox at Polar Park in Worcester, Mass. for a bit less. I haven't been to Polar Park myself yet, but I have heard wonderful things and that it offers a nice family-friendly atmosphere and fun for the whole family. Definitely worth a trip to see up-and-coming players that you may see eventually playing for the Boston Red Sox or other teams. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu has announced the opening day for the Swan Boats in the Boston Public Garden, and that's going to be Sunday, April 19th at 10 a.m. 2025 marks the 148th season for the Swan Boats. The Swan Boats are a rite of passage for any child growing up in the region. And there's a fleet of 6 boats that take a quarter-mile trip around the Boston Public Gardens lagoon. A driver of each boat pedals the boat while sitting atop a paddle wheel and steering with 2 ropes connected to a rudder. Each boat holds about 20 passengers, and it's a fun activity for the little ones as well as adults. And it is definitely a uniquely Boston experience you should have at least once in your life. And you can also take the chance to see the Make Way for Ducklings statues in the public garden after your swan boat ride. The 129th running of the Boston Marathon will be taking place on Monday, April 21st. Support the runners along the 26.2-mile course in the nation's most famous marathon. Large crowds line the streets cheering the runners on, and it really offers an inspiring and fun experience for the whole family. If you haven't been before, I would strongly consider going. The festive atmosphere is contagious, and you get to talk to and meet other fellow New Englanders in the crowd while you cheer on these amazing runners. Celebrate the 250th anniversary of the historic battles of Lexington and Concord during Patriots' Day weekend starting April 19th. Both Concord 250 and Lexington 250 will be hosting events to honor the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution and the citizens who helped to birth the United States of America. You can see battle reenactments, parades, music, historical demonstrations, and other cultural activities during the celebrations. It's a great way to learn more about the history of our country. Both the Lexington 250 and Concord 250 websites have lots of information on events for the weekend and resources to plan your visit. The 5th annual New England Quilt Expo is going to be taking place April 10th through 12th at the Doubletree by Hilton at 700 Elm Street in Manchester, New Hampshire. There will be over 200 quilts on display, and if you want to learn more about the art of quilting, they will have demonstrations, classes, and lectures that you can attend while you are there. There will also be 30 vendors in attendance, so if you are looking for a beautiful new quilt for your bed or to cozy up with on the couch, you can buy one of these handcrafted works of art for yourself. The show hours will be as follows: Thursday, April 10th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Friday, April 11th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, April 12th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you're into crafting or your mom is, check out the inaugural New England Spring Craft Festival at the Earth Expo at Mohegan Sun Casino in Uncasville, Connecticut, Mother's Day weekend, May 10th and 11th. You can enjoy perusing the wonderful crafts and eating delicious food presented by over 250 artisans. There will also be a special relax and recharge zone where you and mom can treat yourselves to an express facial, a relaxing chair massage, and a fresh manicure. The festival will run from Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday, May 10th, and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday, May 11th. Admission is $15 for one day or $20 for both days. Beer lovers, get ready for the Newport Beer Festival taking place April 19th at Fort Adams State Park in Newport, Rhode Island from 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. 40-plus breweries offering more than 150 selections will be in attendance. There will also be food and live music to enjoy. The festival is sponsored by Newport Craft Brewing and Distilling. Tickets range from $20 to $70, and proceeds will benefit the Rhode Island Brewers Guild. They also want you to know that in the spirit of Earth Week, you can bring your plastic can carriers for proper recycling and reuse. Each can carrier deposited in the RIBG receptacle will be good for one entry into the winner-take-all raffle featuring $1,000 in brewery sponsor and exhibitor prizes. This event is 21 plus with a valid ID. Up after this quick break, more fun spring activities to enjoy in New England and get you out and about in your New England community. You're listening to Notable New England. I just want to take a moment to say how much I appreciate you, my lovely listeners. Your support, encouragement, and kind words about the podcast truly mean the world to me. I know there are countless podcasts out there, and the fact that you choose to spend your time with Notable New England, well, that's not lost on me. Thank you for being a part of this journey. If you're enjoying what you hear, I'd be so grateful if you could take a quick moment and leave a 5-star review wherever you listen. Reviews are a game changer. They do help more people discover the show and join our growing community. And speaking of community, I'd love for you to join me over on Patreon at patreon.com/Notable New England. It's totally free to access the public posts and join in the conversation. But if you want to kick it up a notch, you can become a paid member starting at just $2 a month. You'll get awesome perks like early ad-free access to episodes, exclusive Notable New England merch, and more. Plus, your support keeps the podcast going strong. So head on over to patreon.com/Notable New England and become a part of this mighty community. I can't wait to connect with you there. Welcome back to Notable New England. I'm your host, Gretchen B. Coming up on April 19th, you won't want to miss the Kingdom Maple Festival in St. Johnsbury, Vermont. The festival celebrates St. Johnsbury's history as the maple capital of the world and showcases local maple history, maple producers, delicious treats, and lots of fun things to do. Come for the pancake breakfast, a festive street fair, and lots of maple products. Local restaurants will also be doing maple-themed menus. If you want to do your part for the environment, Vermont's 54th annual Green Up Day offers you the chance to gather with members of the community to clean up roadsides, rivers, and trails in Vermont. This year's Green Up Day takes place on Saturday, May 3rd. Because of the help of volunteers, last year, Vermont's Green Up Day became a Guinness World Record holder for the most volunteer pledges to clean up trash in 24 hours. The goal was 5,000 pledges, and Green Up Day exceeded their goal with 6,833. If you want to give back to your community, preserve the beautiful landscapes, and protect wildlife, you can check out the Green Up Day website for information on how you can participate. Visit beautiful Kennebunk, Maine, and go to the May Day Festival, Saturday, May 3rd. This festival has taken place for the past 25 years and offers an array of family-friendly activities from a pancake breakfast to book sales, a fairy festival, make your own May Day basket, games, live music, delicious food, and so much more. The Town of Kennebunk's website offers a list of events and other information so that you can plan your day. Misquamicut Spring Fest weekend features a carnival, a food truck rodeo, a classic car show, games, and live music from May 9th through 11th in Westerly, Rhode Island. There's a beer and wine garden, wonderful food, a variety of craft and commercial vendors, and lots of fun to be had. Tickets are $12 per day. Children under 7 are free, and on-site parking is free. The festival is held rain or shine, and it takes place at the Misquamicut State Beach in Westerly, Rhode Island, and the hours of operation will be Friday, May 9th from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, May 10th, 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, May 11th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Want to learn about shepherding sheep and fiber arts? Check out the New Hampshire Sheep and Wool Festival on Saturday, May 10th and Sunday, May 11th at the Deerfield Fairgrounds in Deerfield, New Hampshire. The festival is organized by the New Hampshire Sheep and Wool Growers Association. You can see a variety of products and innovations in apparel and clothing, and you can see exhibits showcasing the latest trends and products in textiles, fabrics, and yarns. The festival not only highlights the artistry involved in wool and sheep farming, but also promotes sustainable practices within the fashion and textile industries. Hours for the festival are Saturday, May 10th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, May 11th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Calling all foodies, don't miss the Connecticut Food Truck Battles in Walcott, Connecticut from May 16th through 18th. Try a variety of food from 50 food trucks and vote on your favorite. The winner will be crowned the champion of 2025. Proceeds will go to benefit the Veterans Organization, Walcott Food Pantry, WHS Club, and BAW.org. The food offered ranges from barbecue to pizza to ethnic foods, desserts, and more. There will also be live music, games, rides, and opportunities to shop from local vendors. The address for the event is 201 Nichols Road in Walcott, Connecticut. The food truck battles run Friday, May 16th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, May 17th from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday, May 18th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Celebrate Maine's official dessert, the Whoopie Pie, at the Maine Whoopie Pie Festival on June 14th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Piscataquis Valley Fairgrounds in Dover Foxcroft, Maine. The event is rain or shine, and you can come out and check out local artists, crafters, vendors, live music, games, activities for kids, food trucks, and of course, whoopie pies. You can sample hundreds of different flavors and styles of whoopie pies, from classic chocolate to unique and innovative flavors. Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Notable New England. I hope I've gotten the ball rolling for you to explore some fun activities taking place all across New England this spring, and hopefully it inspires you to seek out other events and activities and get out into your community. I'll be back on Sunday, April 13th, with a brand new episode of Notable New England. I hope you will join me. Until then, get out there, enjoy the spring, connect with your neighbors in your community, and be kind to each other. And I'll see you next time.